Second.
Any comments? Further comments?
Hold on.
Okay, this is now you just have to move the motion.
Any comments? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstain? Okay, this is a sign call, and looks like we're going to be having a meeting on the 21st. We'll be here anyway.
So, Town of East Lyme, notice of special town meeting. Notice is hereby given of a special town meeting of the Town of East Lyme to be held on December 21st, 2016 at 7 p.m. at the East Lyme Town Hall Upper Meeting Room for the following purposes. 1. Special appropriation of $13,350 for the 2016-17 fiscal year Connecticut Department of Transportation Comprehensive DUI Grant. And 2. Special appropriation for $398,444 for the planning and design for modifications and upgrades to East Lyme Well 1A and Well 6 water treatment plant project, and authorizing the issuance of $398,444 bonds of the town to meet said appropriation, and pending the issuance thereof, the making of temporary borrowings for such purpose. Dated this 7th day of December 2016.
Second.
Any further comment? All in favor say aye.
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 Any opposed? Any abstain? That ends our new business section of our meeting with no communications. We go right to ex officio reports. Home stretch. Mr. Salerno, we'll start at your end tonight.
I don't have anything. The Inland Wetlands
Great.
Committee was meeting was canceled.
Mrs. Hardy?
I don't have anything this evening. Excuse me. But excuse me. But I did ask a couple of meetings ago to have an update on the summer usage of the water.
I didn't hear you.
I did ask a couple of meetings ago for us to have an update on the water and sewer usage, but particularly the water usage over the summer, what was anticipated for usage and what we actually used, and the cost.
From New London?
Yes.
That part?
Yes.
Okay, I'll get you that.
Okay, we have that at the next meeting.
Yes, or before then, even, in fact.
The next
why don't we
meeting's
just get a
fine.
report of water usage from New London, from Brad tomorrow, and we'll send it out.
Cool.
Okay.
Anything else, Mrs. Hardy?
No,
I'm sorry.
that's it.
Just real quick, I'll cover. I did the Christmas tree lighting on the 26th, and then the holiday stroll. It was so fantastic. The green was packed. I couldn't move there. We counted down. The lights actually went on when we counted down to 1. They came on, which was great. But Main Street was packed. It was just such a wonderful evening, a wonderful event. Weather couldn't have cooperated. People couldn't have been happier. And we also, that night, we were able to announce that we are the 6th best Main Street in Connecticut. So, anyway,
Well,
I'll move on. I'm all set.
I think they miscounted.
Well,
I think we're better than that.
yeah.
Mrs. Cheeseman, been busy?
Just a bit. Anyway, I have no official ex officio report, but I did want to remind everyone, and you may very well have this in your report, Mr. First Selectman, of the Jingle Bell 5K this Saturday, and I have a particular interest because I'm going to be one of the judges of the costumes.
Oh, good.
The best adult, the best children, and, dear to my heart, the best dog costumes. So I would encourage everyone to come out. I believe that they will take same-day registrations as well, and it's for a wonderful cause for the Brian Daigle Healing Hearts Foundation for suicide prevention. So the weather looks good but cold, so come out and wear your cute costumes. Thank you.
Mr. Cunningham?
Well, let's see. I attended the Historic Properties Commission meeting on November 21st, and one of the things that they've been doing, and I haven't really mentioned this in the past, but they have for a long time been working on an East Lyme house inventory. And what they've done is they've taken the map of East Lyme and they've identified historical properties dating back from the beginning of the town, and identified them by certain ranges of years. So you can look at this data and see in 1850 what houses had been built at that time, and then you can move forward to 1900, and it's quite fascinating to see as they put this data together. And they're talking about other uses of this data to make presentations and kind of tell the story of East Lyme from that perspective of what houses were built when and why, and what the economy was then, and what the social aspects of the town was at that time. So it's a lot of work, and it's good work, and I think it's going to be a very fascinating story when they finish putting it together. So I just wanted to talk about that. That's one of the things that they've been involved in. That's all I have.
Great. Well, I'll start off as we're going to end off. Darlene claims this is her last meeting, although she'll still be on the clock come 2 weeks from now, and I think I'm going to force her into coming to the last meeting then, but we'll negotiate that. Darlene Stevens has served 7 first selectmen and has served the town in the capacity of executive assistant to the Board of Selectmen for the past 27 years. God bless you. You put up with a lot. And you did it with style, with grace, with dignity, with professionalism, and this town is better off because of it. So I thank you very much, and if I don't get a chance to say that in your presence in a meeting like this because you don't show up to the next one, then I can say that I got it done, okay? There'll be plenty more send-offs. I think this is going to be a whole month of send-offs for you. We're very pleased to welcome Sandra Anderson. Very pleased to welcome, mother of 2 daughters in town. 3. I knew that. I did. Which was Sandra excelled in a very, very demanding interview process with high qualified. We had 70 applicants, 12 that made the cut for an interview, and 3 at the end. All very, very, very qualified. And Sandra, you're going to be great at this. We welcome you. You're going to be a full-timer pretty soon. Right now, you're chipping in just to see how it works. So we're very pleased that you're here, and we'll all make you feel comfortable, I promise. And you'll do a great job.
Welcome.
Wow.
Yeah, welcome.
Very happy to be here. I look forward to working with all of you.
Yeah. So, and you'll put your own little stamp on it.
I will.
Somehow. You mentioned the Jiggle Run, so you took half my thunder here. That's
Sorry,
okay. But of course,
Mark.
that night, this Saturday, is the light parade, the 30
Well,
something
I've left that for
annual. It might be 38th, something crazy, 30th annual light parade. It's going to be cold. Bundle up. Last year we were in Hawaiian shirts running down Main Street. This year we'll definitely have our ski parkers on, and but bundle up. I know some of the floats that will be in the parade. They're dynamite. They're outstanding. Also this weekend is the Nutcracker, the Eastern Connecticut Ballet, housed here in East Lyme, over on the other side of town. They do a fantastic job with some of the youth in our region, but especially here in East Lyme. They're putting on the Nutcracker on Friday night, Saturday night, and Sunday afternoon. And we need to mention them and promote them because they do great work. And every year they put a great production. By the way, that production is at the Guard Arts Center in New London. 2 more things. I've been meeting with KERMA. They're the folks that give us our liability insurance, our property insurance, our workman's comp insurance. And for the last 2 years, we've seen a 20% bump in our rates, and I'm working with them to maybe extend out our contract, but take a risk on this town, take a chance on our town and lower our rates now if we extend our relationship with them. We have some tough budget years coming up, and I'm doing everything I can to prepare the budget with as low as possible. And one of the things that's been driving up our costs is our KERMA insurance, which is because of liability, because of the big superstorms and things that have happened in our town. Workman's comp, of course, is always tough when we have people working with their hands out on the road, whether it's public works or our police officers in difficult situations. I'm also working with our health carrier, our health insurance broker, and we see some light at the end of the tunnel. The last 2 years have indicated 20+% on our health insurance. Very, very tough to swallow. in tough budget years. But I'm working with them as well. I mean, you can't do much. We're self-insured, and when the claims come in, we have to then charge them against the percentage increases for next year. But we're seeing some positive trends. We've had a few blips in that trend that concern us, but we think, and we're trying wishful thinking that we might come in at a 10% instead of the 20%, and that will be Christmas, man. That will be a gift to this town if we can bring our health insurance costs back into a reasonable increase. As we know, the health insurance is going up all over the country, no matter what carrier you have, and that's just the case. I had the good fortune of meeting Jack McDonald today. He was a student of the month. The Rotary puts on students of the month every month, and this fella's he's pretty smart. He's going down to Daytona Beach to be a student in college down there, and something about astrophysics or stars and planets and moons, and he's doing all that. And I gave him one of our service coins. And this is what we give out. You won't be able to see it at home, but it's a service coin we had minted that says, "Together we serve our town with pride and honor and humility." And every once in a while, I'm able to meet someone who serves our town and is being recognized for that, and I'm able to give him one of these coins. Well, I gave one to Jack today. I also gave 8 out on Sunday at the Connecticut Sports Hall of Fame, and we had 8 outstanding athletes, coaches, mentors, people of upstanding character who met our second class of Hall of Fame inductees. So I gave 8 away, but I want to give one tonight. I thought I was going to wait till graduation, but Victoria Chong, you serve our town. You help us out a lot. When you're not here, man, we miss you. We know when you're not here. So why don't you come over here, because I'm going to get you on camera. And if I stand and you stand. Thank you so much. This doesn't mean you can't not show up anymore. All right, you have to keep coming.
Thank you.
I watch you. Yeah, sure. Victoria, this is just, you serve your school, your fellow students in your town with a labor of love. You do it because it's the right thing to do. You do it because you like to do it. It's great to see a student or anyone with passion, and you show up with passion. And we really appreciate it. Every time I'm in the school, I turn around, you're there, and you're doing something. You're like your old friend Robert, who used to work the board over there, and that's just awesome to see. If our country is in the hands of the next generation, in the hands of people like Jack McDonald and Victoria Chong, we're in good hands. We're in real good hands. So with that, I will take public comment if there is any.
Could you mention Friday night, Save the River, Save the Hills?
Oh, sure, I'll mention that. You can mention it. Okay, Save the River, Save the Hills is that great organization that is that has been together for 18 years or so, trying to stop development in Oswegatchie Hills, and also just highlight the important resources that we have around the Niantic River. And they are having a fundraiser on Friday night. Thank you for reminding me. Friday night, a fundraiser at Flanders Fish. They have it every year. There's tons of things to the silent auction and live auction. I know I'm there because I'm one of the auctioneers. And it's always a Christmas festive thing, so put on your red and your green and your holly and your berries and come on down to Flanders Fish. I believe it's like a 6 or 7 o'clock start.
6 to 10.
6 to 10?
I will be there as well.
You'll text me to remind me to show up?
Something like that.
Okay. Thank you, Mrs. Hardy, for reminding me. There's so much, and I try to keep this, short. It never works out that way. Any comments? No. Any selectmen's response? No. Any motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you for your service to the town. We'll see you all in 2 weeks. That would include Mrs. Stevens. Good night.